Heather, I shut your lights off in your Jeep.
What you guys looking for?
It's on. I can't find my briefcase.
He pulled a bread. I looked for that thing for a month.
Yours just sit right
Except
Right.
right there.
But I mean, Mike seen it.
Briefcase, I don't know where it's at.
So we don't hear. Mhm. Okay, just so you guys know, you're on.
We're live. Hi, Mom.
17 subscribers, just somewhere I'm supposed to name
17's on right now. We'll get you like the audience.
them.
Just
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Well, we can, at least we know that we're live
You
streaming.
know, I'm on TV, sorry, though. Gonna sleep. I've been working on some last night. Got grandkids starting, two tonight, and I gotta go to grandparents' day tomorrow. You won't get any sleep. Got, you pick up 3 grandkids today.
Yeah, I
With
mean.
a 5 with baby beans. Yeah. We get to see Mr. Bean. Yeah. My youngest one is a trip. She's 6. Oh, she's 6. So,
No description has been added.
Is that music?
Mike's back there. I think he's got his going.
He's not back there.
His, I thought I heard something. Rattled that door.
Yeah, the radio's on.
No,
That's probably over the.
yeah, it's
Oh.
over the whole thing. Okay,
Well, I'll run down there.
The weather this week.
it's on.
Yeah.
I mean. I just remember you guys clicking.
Oh, wow.
Remembering that.
We get our house.
Subtitles,
Spring,
closed captions.
fall. Cold nurses. Yeah. And she had me call today, because we need a trip, so we need to get our fall cut. And, there's still something, still fun. They're not fun to like us. I'm anxious to in the bad detail.
Hi, is there an agenda? Or more specifically, if there is, could I possibly move to the top of it as closely as possible?
What are you?
I mean,
Lifetime Resources.
oh, yeah, there is an agenda, but I don't think I made any extras and.
Yeah, you're number 2.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I just need to get back to Dillsboro. I coach the soccer team. Yes. So I'm just trying to get back as quick as I can. So
you're right after the budget public hearing.
perfect. Appreciate it.
I
Thank you.
think it'll be fun.
It was very.
Oh, we need something.
Yeah, yeah. Steve would probably let you go first.
Steve, yeah.
It's no problem. I don't wanna be any bother. I just.
Budget hearing might take a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when Steve gets here,
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
we're pretty easy to get along with.
I was scared.
Yeah.
I had to bring the boss with me, as you can see.
Oh, I'm thinking. You're out on the last show? Yeah, somebody took your. I went to one time, you know, your friends of mine. I would actually get that up, but the one. You know, about 30, got a car sale, great. Said about them. You work, you get out of chair, you think guys won't good, that's how I like some legs to get it. To show.
We should be able to write it. So this is right. It's just embarrassing.
More help on the calls.
One watching.
Hey Steve, is there any way we could allow this lady to go before the budget hearing? She looked like. Yeah, she's gotta get her kids in some. That way you don't have to sit here for the board and stuff.
You took them.
He got the job. I was doing a few.
Yes, it is what it is. We don't have a name, but we are.
Hey, we're there.
We're there. We're live streaming.
That's what matters. Everybody shave up the laws here.
Yeah.
We say.
Yeah. You know they will, huh, me. See ya. I put it to real long strained ground.
No. Put them on the counter.
There you go. It's like, hey, I'm gonna be Don, Andy, and Ray tonight.
Are you? Jeez. You gotta earn that pay tonight. Man.
Hey, we don't know if
How are you?
we think
Good.
we're live streaming, but we don't have a name. I didn't get it named,
Just call it.
but we got one person watching, so I'm sure they'll tell us if we're
It'll
doing it
go
wrong.
to, they can find it on the channel.
They'll call you out.
Good.
Oh, I was gonna say, I
You had a
didn't go
good-
anywhere.
Not yet.
Not yet.
What's it like to go somewhere?
Good time. See,
All right, we got checks, dude.
Oh,
Oh, I still got Don.
You're getting old.
Let's see. There's Brett's.
Today's turned out to be a pretty good day.
There's Brett's.
Here's the good. Oh, great.
And that's.
Take one down.
Trying to take- trying to take a percentage
Oh, yeah,
out.
I wanna take one. Oh, I'm hurting, buddy. It's up. It's-
Is that how it works?
What time you guys play?
Well, it's just
Oh,
practice,
you
but it's at 6:30 in Goldsboro. Yeah, so, and on the notes,
I
so.
didn't ask the trigger.
I've got somebody stepping in to get it started. There you go.
In that budget area. I'm not happy.
Oh, thank you.
Right?
Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Brett, did I tell you I changed those?
Yeah,
Okay,
you said you was going to,
Yeah.
it's not that important, it's just,
it was the same thing, yours just sounded better.
it just got,
Yours sounded
Just,
better.
it
Yeah.
looked like part of it got pasted over or something.
Good.
I
It was all right.
love this one. It's
Wasn't that
up
big.
right now.
So I usually move a pretty one, so I want to.
Yeah, you wanna make
I
sure
got
you
one.
know what you're saying.
What they'll see. TV, I can't. What is TV?
Do they bleed? Do they do?
They'll take one out. and
Yes.
Probably a great deal of TV, but skin problems, like my nose right now.
That's someone when people have like a real high, I think that would be the same, just take them, they pull blood and you make them over and help you.
It is.
Is that something bad going on for probably a while? Yeah.
When it comes and goes.
Is Tom getting his office?
Yeah, man.
I think his car, Kenny's up there today.
I think there's just working out a few bugs and should be good after that. Pretty much permission to get into the door.
Hey,
At least,
how's your garden growing?
How's the garden growing?
How does your garden grow?
You got all those flowers.
these everywhere.
Hi, Renee, how are you?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Hi, Renee.
Good, hello.
Do you think about putting that old mascot, the theme mascot in that corner window in the Main Street building? You're thinking
Oh,
about-
we could probably loan you to do that. Yeah.
Sure.
That'd be better.
Yeah,
That would be better than sitting
But
in.
put
That stage up there, I know we announced it.
Cause we're putting a mattress bag in the door and.
It's for like the movie
Yeah.
thing.
we'll tell somebody.
Whatever you wanna do. That'd be cool. This is a blind window. right?
I was going to say, maybe,
Um,
I don't know if anybody's filled it since Ben left.
From.
Yeah. I gotta get Amy.
I do know they were gonna use the Main Street office for the bean. So I don't know if, they're gonna have the bean coming in and out there. Just so you know, if, I don't know how hard it is to get the bean in and out, but Mike and Heather, we're going down tomorrow to see how it works to get them in.
You would know.
Because the new outfit doesn't fit well. So we were gonna strap him in the bucket truck, and then we thought, it's not that large of a route, but it's fine. And so we were like, we'll just
I don't know.
We'll just
That's not-
put him in there and let him come out and stand by the stage and greet, yeah. So, that'll be good.
Who is the bean? Is it
Like what I used to
mystery?
be.
Is it a
Secret.
secret?
Yeah.
There's several. There's several.
No, it's butterbean right now. Butterbean.
That was new outfit, let me tell you, I said, it looked like they were. I said, I'm not wearing it, I said, made that one look like it was 400 pounds.
Carl, how long
Good luck.
good? Had your grandson yesterday as a sub. He behaved.
Good deal.
Yeah.
You have to get on him once in a while.
No, not him.
He's a good boy.
Actually, just about all of them I've had it been.
Yeah.
So.
I got 5 of them, for 6 of them. Third, so we all come, all the Navy being together.
Oh, well, good.
Grandpa's got.
Are you scheduled to pray for us?
I
You,
appreciate you.
we just wanna make sure,
Oh,
cause there are 2 or 3 of us that don't wanna do it at the same time.
Just kidding.
We could use it. We could all use it right now.
Yeah.
Better.
It's what they told me, I went into church Sunday with my Bengals jersey on, and Shane, he said, you better go in there and pray for him. I said, I plan to.
I did.
That's why you work.
For that offensive line, that I see so offensive.
Oh, they scare me.
We gotta sit back
We got-
someday.
I'm 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in a minute, that's good.
Let's all stand and join the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Brother Jim, would you lead us in prayer?
Okay, I will. Lord, we're so grateful that we live in a place where we have a choice in who represents us. And we've chosen these folks by your hand. We're grateful for that. You give them wisdom because none of us by ourselves are smart enough to do this on our own. They're doing their best for our community. So you give them divine wisdom and guidance. And on this day that we remember so many people who served their community by giving their own lives so that they could get others out of buildings. God, remind us of the ultimate sacrifice of your son, who gave himself for all of us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. very much.
Thanks, Ken.
Good to see you.
You too, take care.
I'd stay, but
Nobody.
why'd you say dinner's ready?
Hey, could you check and see if it's coming through on your phone? Just make sure that we're doing it properly.
All right, Ray, do we have a determination form?
We do. Termination of quorum with everybody here, but Dawn and Andy.
And ma'am, we'll let you speak right now.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Great, thank you for having me. My name's Erin Thomas. I'm the executive director at Lifetime Resources. You should have received our request there. You should have the packet. Essentially, we are the area agency on aging that serves 5 counties here in southeastern Indiana. There is an organization like ours that serves every county across the state, and we're just sort of regionalized. And our main goal is basically to provide a variety of services that are ultimately aimed at helping people maintain their independence. And so we're helping people remain in their homes for as long as possible, when a lot of times they may be facing nursing facility placement. And so we're trying to delay the onset of, nursing facility placement for as long as possible. Not only is that where people prefer to be, but also the cost of care is far more effective. And the longer we can keep people in their homes, the less we're having to rely on Medicaid. And so the average monthly in-home care plan, for example, is $659, and that's compared to a nursing facility at over $8,400 on average. And so the services that we provide are everything from home delivered meals to congregate meals where people meet and socialize and have a warm meal on a daily basis. in various forms of in-home care, personal care services. Basically, everything that helps you with your activities of daily living, cooking, cleaning, bathing, dressing, personal care attendance, that sort of thing. And then we also operate Catch a Ride, which is public transportation available to anyone for any purpose. But we also have the contracts that allow people's, if they have any form of insurance that pays for their transportation through, like Medicaid or managed care, something like that. We have the contracts with those brokers to allow them not to have an out-of-pocket cost. So we do that as well. Let's see, you have, so our request is for 10,000. And that's consistent with the last several years. And that represents about just under 5% of Ohio County's $205,000 budget. And you can see there, in the pie chart that you got, all of the services that we offer, within the county. I did look up some specific Rising Sun data though. So for 2024, for example, you had 77 individuals who received a little over 2,900 units of case management. 51 received information and assistance, 53 individuals utilized transportation for 1,466 trips. 13 individuals received nearly 3,000 units of in-home services. So you can see that for Rising Sun in particular, it's widely utilized as well. And I'm just picking a few random ones out of there that stood out at me. The funding that you will provide goes to match the various sources of federal and state grants that we receive. So for example, Catch a Ride requires 100% match. So for every dollar we spend, we have to raise a dollar. Where we can, the individuals pay for the service in some way. So for example, with Catch a Ride, they pay a fare. We try to keep that fare as low as possible. And for some of our in-home services, folks have a cost share depending on their income levels and things like that. So we do that where it's allowable within the funding source in the grant, so that those individuals, have some buy-in into their own care as well. I am happy to answer any questions you may have. The only other thing I wanted to mention right at the moment is that we are being majorly impacted. Catch a Ride is being majorly impacted by a side curtain airbag recall that Chrysler has at the moment. It's impacting about 250,000 vehicles across the US. But for us in particular, 13 of our 32 vehicles are impacted and we're not allowed to utilize them right now. So if you're hearing anything about Catch a Ride and people having difficulty getting trips right now, we're doing our best to utilize what we have available to us. We are not allowed to put those vehicles on the road, or we've had our funding threatened. The statewide funding has been threatened to be pulled if we utilize those vehicles. So we're feeling that pain right at this very moment. And unfortunately, we don't know how long it's not just a matter of getting it in and getting it replaced. There is no option for replacement parts right now. So we're just sitting and waiting. So that's a bit unfortunate, but anyway, other than that, happy to answer any questions and just appreciate your consideration.
Do a good job.
Thank you.
I added it in the budget for same amount, 10,000, because I had received the information from.
You're good to
You
go.
said
It's Jamie.
Jamie,
My
yeah.
assistant sends it out, but yeah.
Motion to approve that.
You can, but it's already in the budget. It'll be approved when you approve the budget.
Motion
Second.
motion by Todd, second by Cliff to approve the lifetime resources, 10,000, same.
Thank you much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Appreciate it. Let me go in first. Too.
All in favor?
Yeah.
All in favor.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Approval of the August 2025 minutes.
Changed a little bit of the format on the sheriff's report from last time, just, Brett had it stated a little clearer than I did, so put his in there. So,
Make a motion to approve the minutes as stated.
Motion by Britt to approve the August minutes as stated. Second by Todd. All those in favor? Unanimous.
it's always fine. It's always fine, because, I mean, It's easy, especially like you say, when you're copy and pasting from someplace to put something in wrong.
Wasn't- Well, I was just, you know, how I am already.
So, good. Project manager report, Mike isn't here. See why he's here, he's actually working on diligently on the Navy beam things,
He did ask about that one thing I had it written down.
program thing.
Yes, you got it.
Okay, we'll go ahead, yeah, we'll do that on his behalf, so. There's a group called.
Masters.
It's USB, it's the abbreviation of the word, USA Bassing is what it is, it's a fishing tournament group. And they're asking to use city ramp on several different days. The dates are September 20th, the 27th, October 11th and 25th, and November 8th. 10 to 15 trucks and trailers using the ramp for their tournament, so it's good for our city to get, that's why we have it.
Always formed to ask, but it is.
It is, because they actually didn't have to technically, but yeah, just that way, what they, I think they did on behalf of, if there were any events or anything, they were just being cordial, such great.
And he said he checked with tourism
Yeah.
and around.
It's in the fall, doesn't interfere, they may want to continue on in the spring, but you know, typically, there's only a handful of times a year that would be an issue, so. I don't know that we need to we can make a motion to approve that since they asked formally, probably wouldn't hurt to put it in minutes,
I don't think it would hurt.
Okay.
Kind of sets it for other people.
Exactly. If you choose to
What's
do
the name
that,
of it?
USA Bassing, and then you have the dates.
Yep. Okay.
So. Motion by Lisa to approve use of our city ramp for USA Bassing on the dates that I mentioned.
I'll second that.
Second by Britt, all those in favor? Unanimous. Thanks. We don't have an attorney to ask any legal questions. We'll move on to the open the public hearing for the budget.
Yeah, and I think Andy wants us to, we'll have to request a motion to open the public hearing.
Correct.
I'll make a motion to open up the public hearing for the budget.
Motion by Todd to open the public hearing for 2025 budget.
I'll say.
Second by Lisa. All those in favor?
Aye.
But the public hearing is now open. Guess it's actually 26 budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, worded that wrong.
I know, we have them messed up. I think everybody's got their binders and I've been over some of them. And I had the notes on the front of it. I can just quickly go down through some of these so that you know, basically if you have a question. The proposed 26 budget is 25,000 less than the estimates were last year. You know, these are all just guesstimates and, you know, it can change. You can change it, you know, by, you know, with any change in circumstance, basically. We do have a reduction ordinance and that goes back to you can't spend it twice. You can't spend the money this year, you either spend it this year or next year. So it's an 18-month budget. So the lit public safety, we took down 118,343 and redevelopment, we took down 35,000. Redevelopment, remember, has no real funding source. So they rely on us in a sense. They do have, you know, they do have a funding source, but you know, it's, you know, well, it's kind of like RLF, it's in and out, you never know, like it's based on our loans and what we receive in loans.
Projects they have that are at need.
Yeah. And we've done that for many years. They've been based on, you know, they bring it to any, and I think we've said it for any, you know, things that they would want to do, we would, after they would bring it to the council for funding. General and MBH, like I said, the public safety lit, is the restricted monies, more restricted, so we try to spend that first. So we spent it out of general this year, more out of general than out of public safety lit. So that's why we reduced public safety lit to bring it in on 26. Remember, those lits go away 12/31/27. So hopefully we'll get another thing, whatever it'll be called, if it's a lit or whatever. Redevelopment requested 80,000. Their current budget was 67,185, and it's being reduced to 35,000. The only revenues that currently fund redevelopment are the funds received from the Pendleton building currently, and then whatever the city gives them. So it's been our plan from past years, any project or study of a project redevelopment would want to accomplish, they would bring to council for approval and potential funding. Park budget is always tight, but they're pretty secure this year. I think basically you can see that they get 100,000 from the county. I think we got and then 96,000 from the city. We also have the remaining 25,000 that is in their budget, basically comes from the programs. You know, they're the same as, in a sense, redevelopment, only they can go to the city or the county because they are a joint board, but anything that they would want to do over their budget, they would have to come before council. They operate on a tight budget and they seem to, you know, they just come to us if they need something in particular. Education Center Fund, I budgeted for 25,000 this year, 25,000 next year. We basically take care of that building. There is no rent paid for that building. We pay the utilities, and you know, the building's not getting any younger. It's you know, and it does offer a lot of opportunity for, you know, education and manufacturing, and you know, it's a good program.
And bees.
And beans, by golly, don't forget that beans.
It's a big one right now.
Kitchen in.
Yes, it does.
Very nice.
And we did express that we would help them with flooring at some point. I don't know that that'll happen this year, so that may get pushed to next year, but just so you keep that in your mind, we did say, Debbie said she would put a grant in for that, and she would work with Mike on the, you know, all the specs and stuff. The ARP funds that we received, 484,755.42, have all been expended. We filed the report. Next year, we may have to file another report, but it'll be all zeros. So basically it's all filed, and we appreciate that 484, and we'd take it again if they wanted to give it to us. So, the Form 4 budget ordinance will be addressed at the September 11th meeting, or at the September 25th meeting at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
I was so confused on what time we were meeting
Right
and
before.
what day we were meeting. It will be based on what I sent out for that Form 3, unless you all, you know, review it and get with us and tell us you want something changed. I will prepare it in that manner. The Form 3 is the one that kind of looks like this. I think you'll see the section. It's got your total budget on there, tells you how much it was and how much, I think I got last year's in there as well. So it went from 722,942 this year, well, 26 to for this year it was 724,817. So those numbers will be what will be posted on the the ordinance. You cannot print that until you go through your public hearing and move everything over, and then it all pulls through. The, a few items I had on there, the courtyard property about the TIF allocation, they're working through that on redevelopment, and I believe that's coming to the city next month,
Probably next.
the next, in order to come to get that done.
Question about that, is it appropriate to ask that right now? Is it just that building, or are we looking at a whole?
There's an area.
It's an area,
Mhm.
yet to be seen.
Yeah, there's an area.
Close.
It's not a bad thing. It's,
No, I think it's a great thing.
it'll increase, it'll help fund some things for redevelopment, because that money will go to redevelopment. So, and the city also has flooding and stormwater issues throughout the city. We've had those for a while. We've kind of put this off, and everybody is, pushing us to think about a stormwater fee. And so, anyway, just keep that in your head. It's nothing we're gonna look at. I'm just telling you, maybe like some of these are going to AIM. You might want to talk to somebody about that and see. They're talking like, most of them, I think it says here is $5.50 per ERU. And there are no exceptions. It's no exceptions on churches, no exceptions on schools, no exceptions on anything. That it is not an exception thing, because everybody has floodwater, stormwater. We very well know that we do, because we have the records back here to show it. So, just keep that in under your hat. Impacts of the new SEA 1 legislation, there was so that you guys understood that, the hit is different the way you look at it. So, it would be, I think it would be nice, and if Jeff does come down, I don't know, did anybody get to talk to Jeff? Just Steve did, and Dawn did, I think. So, I'd just like for you guys to hear how that, because you can look at it two ways. I look at it a little different than Jeff does, because I base mine on what we did receive. He looks at it on, what, you're really not getting any less, because you wouldn't have got that anyway. Well, yeah, would have. If the law was still there, we would. But, so, I do think the next time if he's in, if you guys can get a chance to talk to him for 15 minutes or so, it'd be helpful. Like I said, he did say that the draft fiscal plan for the city shows the anticipated amount of lit if the city is given the ability to levy a 1.2% lit by the county. So, because the city can't do that, because they don't have 3,500 people. So unless they get that changed, this would essentially replace the current lit revenue of the city. And this option should be pursued legislatively to allow the city to control its own lit revenue stream. I do know it's on their radar. They are trying right now to get it to where cities fall into that, maybe towns, not so much, but at least cities all fall in there. So you'll get information on that. Whoever goes to the AIM conference, there will be classes on that. And, basically, of course, my recommendations and, Jeff's are always pretty conservative, given the uncertainties of the new lit implementation and the potential disposition of Rising Sun. Council may want to be as conservative as possible and retain as much cash as possible until we understand what's fully going to impact us. That doesn't mean you can't do things. at all. You know, it just means that, you know, do things that you think are worth doing. And, you know, make sure you have your priority of what you want to do. And I've looked for the 24,000 for the sidewalk.
Thank you.
So, so anyway, that's that. All these forms are forms. This is a process. Like I said, you know, it is a process and we have to go through the process. If we want to change it later, we can change it later. I think that's the falsity that most people don't realize. The things we can't change are the dates that have to be done by. You know, it's just deadlines. So anybody wanna, I'll try to answer.
You saying this lid's going away
Yeah,
and the city or the county's gotta do the lid? I know that over the whole city county, I know that.
yeah.
Is this something that the county, I mean, what's gonna replace this? You don't know yet?
Not really. We don't know what the revenue stream is.
And the county's aware of what's going on?
I know, yeah, I know Debbie's been to a few of those meetings, Debbie Thomason, and you know, so I've talked to her as well. And, you know, the difference is like they can, what is it, 1.4 that they have that they can, anyway, they can only go so much as well. They can only have such the X amount of lit as well. And they can also they can approve us for 1.2% for our lit and they can keep 75% of
That's
it.
different than the public safety money and the public safety money.
Public safety money will go away too.
So that's the money that we use to help support the police department. too.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
It is, so yeah, that's the unknown. And
Those are the
that
unknowns.
is commercial.
I mean, they could replace it with a revenue stream that will be just fine and it'll be the same.
That's what
You
we-
know, and that's what we have to hope and pray that they
State
do.
legislators, yeah, before that date gets here and it all comes to an end, I mean, we're hoping that they have a different outlook on well. Forever,
You know,
yeah, it looks pretty gloomy if it follows the course of.
and I think the big scary thing is that the county could keep the 75% of the lit and give us 25.
Yes,
So
that they're controlled because of our population being under 35.
3,500, yeah. Doesn't make sense.
that
But-
part doesn't,
Well,
you know, but they may fix that. I know.
Oh, we do, because yes, that, the partnerships that we have that matters whether we have it to pay them or not, yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I definitely would, you know, recommend you guys hitting one of those seminars, those workshops. There will be several of them offered down there. So,
Thank you.
Anything else?
I like the fact that we're, you know, we got a budget and we're under again this year a little bit and. You know,
I love
think
being
that that's
under.
what the public wants. There's no public here, so.
Yeah.
You guys have
It
done.
is what it is.
Been
Yeah.
cutting your budget every year,
So-
and trying to.
Well, I appreciate that and I appreciate all the hard work.
Yeah.
Appreciate Ray. Good department.
That's,
Amy put the binders together for me, so she got educated on all the forms, so.
You Good job.
Yeah.
There's no other comments or questions about it at the time that we need to close the hearing, correct?
Mhm.
Any person good? Make a motion to close it.
Motion by Todd to close the hearing on the budget,
I'll second that.
second by Cliff, all those in favor?
fine.
Unanimous.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks you, everybody. So stands closed. Town Resources is done, opioid ballot and plan.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. If you guys see that stuff via email and. It's a city attorney, he's not here, but it's on his recommendation that we do recommend that. He's dealt with the similar thing with some of those other clientele. And it's the benefit to do that. You got in front of you the proper wording.
Yeah, let me see where. Yeah, actually. You said
Here we go.
the original bankruptcy plan for Purdue Pharma Sackler family was approved by local governments a few years ago. But it was ultimately struck down by the US Supreme Court. The new plan increases the dollar amount that will be going to local governments, and the class representatives for local governments has recommended approval of the new plan. My other clients have all voted in favor of the new plan, and my friend at Barnes Thornburg said that the municipal clients they represent are all voting in favor of the plan also. So, I mean, it's basically, we get so much every 6 months. And some goes into restricted and some goes into unrestricted. They changed it to, then they gave us fairly significant amount of money. And I'm saying we had 35,000 and maybe 15, maybe. And then one in restricted and one in unrestricted. And then they said, nope, now the county's gonna get it unless you get 15, unless you get 5,000. Then it'll go to the county. If you get over 5,000 distributed to you, then you'll get the amount. But if it, and ours was usually 1,700 or 3,700 or something like that. So we didn't get any for a while. And then we started getting it again. So, I mean, they've been a little haphazard.
It's kind of hard to follow.
So,
Like the language and these different amendments and.
but I will tell you, Andy and I sent this in probably 6 years ago. It was just a letter. I said, you think we ought to send this in and request this? I got this email. And he said, well, can't hurt. I don't see any reason. So we sent just a letter in, and then we got, it was like 2 or 3 years later, we get a letter saying we're part of this settlement. And so, you know, it's like, why not? You know, might as well approve it and see if we get any more.
So what's this opioid about? Does it have a specific name or a number or anything to vote on?
It's the Purdue Pharma, I would say. Opioid
Ballot and plan. Purdue Pharma. That covers it, but Purdue does. And again. We've looked at it, but according to Andy, it's our legal advice, it's the proper thing to do for the city. So. That we do need a motion.
Yeah.
To move forward.
I'll make a motion that we keep the city's name on this national opioid settlement. And we receive all the funds that we can get plus interest. I'll just leave the other stuff.
Sounds good. Motion by Britt to approve the plan, the opioid plan.
I'll second.
Second by Lisa. All those in favor? Carries unanimous. Thanks. Amendment to the Rising Sun zoning code. The planning commission gave a favorable recommendation. It adds definition of mining to the code that prohibits mining inside of the city limits of Rising Sun. Just a thing that wasn't already in our existing ruling, and we feel like that it's just a safety catch for the city if you know there's every type of any mining ever expanded into the city. So
Yeah.
They did give a favorable recommendation to the city, and then council just needs to adopt the ordinance. This will stand as first reading. So you either have to do that or you can suspend the rules on it and go ahead and pass it. Which I would recommend, actually.
Make the motion that we.
What is
It's
the ordinance?
number 9.
2025.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Todd made a motion to suspend the rules on the reading of city ordinance 2025-9.
I'll second that.
We have a second by Britt. All those in favor? Rules are suspended.
I'll make a motion that we go ahead and accept this recommendation, Mike,
So Todd, made a motion to accept ordinance 2025-9.
I'll second it.
Second by Cliff, all those in favor,
Um,
carries unanimous, thank you.
Make a motion that we close.
It's good.
All right, somebody have an ordinance down there?
Yeah.
Need to start bringing one of my
Oh,
staples.
staple.
I don't staple mine, so I can leave yours unstapled.
That's okay. Is it okay if just the back page comes?
That's cool.
The signature pages.
I'll second the closure.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a motion by Todd to close the first reading tonight. And second by Britt, all in favor?
Aye.
While you guys are signing that, put on the agenda school funding. Just give your thoughts, have some discussion on again, the superintendent actually is. There has been discussions on the possibility of the city providing some funding in some fashion to the school. I told him that I didn't know that we were going to have a necessarily vote on it tonight or not. It's up to you or a specific amount only for what for. Let's open some discussion on it.
Wasn't it added to the budget?
Mm-mm. I said, you guys, you have, riverboat contractual services, and special projects that you have funds and you know, you could expend some.
Right.
I don't know that, you know, if you want to make it, that it has to be it has to be capital. We've given them $250 for capital projects.
Right.
We did go back through, and I must have left my other file up there, and had given you guys that spreadsheet though. And Brandon gave me what the county has given them over the years. But you know, the county didn't share with the other cities and towns like we did for a couple years there either. So, you know, they weren't using all of their funds, so to speak. So, anyhow, I know I had requested it from Kelly and I didn't even really think about that until today. So, and she had said that she would get it to me, so I'm sure she will. But, what they had given them in 19 was 130,698, 113,308 and 20, 130 and 21, 105,659 and 22, 115,841 and 23, and 99,618 and 24.
What have we given?
Nothing.
And you guys, well, a month or so ago, we did have some numbers where we went back and figured like what they would have received had the interlocal agreement not ended in 2020. So for the past 5 years, there was X number of dollars that would have continued to go. The interlocals ended for the city, not just the school, but multiple entities, cities and towns.
And just so you know, like I said before, it wasn't that we just said we're not funding the school. It was when we quit funding everybody.
Right.
We quit funding the city of Aurora, we quit funding all of it. The county quit funding the city of Aurora, all the other entities like 2 or 3 years prior to that. So they had their full admissions, which was 2.5 million every year to share with the school. We did not. We shared our 1.25 with all the cities and towns. And then we shared what we had left with the school at that time. But then when we quit in 20, you know, they continued on.
we did give them the money for the track.
Oh, yeah, we've
Money for the
done,
Playground.
we've
I mean-
done multiple
We've
projects.
done a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think we have a clean slate. 26, I would like to see what it would be. If the boat was, if we were still doing the revenue share, I would like to give that piece, whatever that is, to the school
in 26.
in 26. I'm not going back and trying to fix history.
We can't.
Yeah,
And we tried to be generous last year,
It's for our kids.
you
Yeah.
know,
and I mean, I will tell you that I don't believe that Jeff feels comfortable with us giving them money for operations unless they tell us that they're gonna be there in 10 years. You know, I mean, now if they wanna do capital outlays or whatever, but I don't really care which way they use it, you know.
3 year, 5 years.
It's easy to get that number based on, we kind of have that.
I thought he got.
I gave, yeah,
We have that number.
I calculated
She
and set
did
it
it,
out,
she did like 21, 2, 3, 4 this year, like if
yeah.
that was still just in current, which is not, that's hindsight, but you're saying that that number, we would be okay with that same.
I think we just. Whatever number
Just-
we would give
yeah.
them in 26, if we were still doing sharing,
Right,
we should consider that number
correct.
first and foremost.
Do you,
And
let me
that's-
just ask this, do you wanna start like, it was based on a fiscal year in the past?
Yeah.
So that would be July 1, 25 through June 30, 26. And then we would base it just like say come in January, they would get a check that was based on what was received in July 1 through December 31st.
think it's-
And I think that's, yeah,
Because,
I
because,
too, I think
you
it's
know,
fair.
we was pretty generous last year. We thought that playground that was gonna be 50 and we was gonna get more grants and it didn't happen. So we paid the whole bill on it, which was like 176 or 8. I think we need to figure out what we're getting. And pretend just like that we're doing revenue share
Again,
and give them their portion of that and whatever that is and how it works best for the
Yeah.
city.
and it
that's
makes
what I
it
think
easier
we should
for
do.
the school to assume and try to set a budget too, when they kind of have a fixed thing. Again, I agree.
I'd see a number before we.
Yeah, you're gonna need it,
Well, the numbers, I mean, they're pretty much the same. I sent you the revenues from the, I mean, I can get it, but we can get it, I'll get it out to you this, maybe not tomorrow with Navy B, but next week.
I didn't see.
how about, well, we don't have, it. This was just.
You don't have it here tonight. I sent it out.
I don't have it either.
Yeah, I
I
sent it.
think then it's common agreement here that that's
Yeah.
the route to
We're gonna do
go,
so.
and let's get that number and specifics together and possibly act on it maybe next month.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think we can do any less than that, and I, you know, I don't want to
No.
change them, but. By the same token, I think we was real fair last year, and
Yeah, without.
when they've asked, we've stepped up since I've been here at least.
Yeah.
Which is not that long, but.
Yeah. And I mean, we've been good partner. If they come and ask for something, we've tried to help them.
But I think everybody does agree that if we go this route again, this was your words before, Brett, that's it. That's what you get, and
That's
don't
it.
ask for additional.
Because you don't have it,
Right.
it's dwindling down, we're cutting our budget every year, we have to, we need to.
So then you know, we know what we're
Everything's
spending.
going up, raise, you know, everything else is going up,
Correct.
and we're cutting our budget, so.
Everybody else.
We
has
have to figure out how to survive down the road. I'm not worried about today or tomorrow, but. You know, I am worried about my kids and grandkids.
Long term, we all are. Sounds good. All right, thanks for the discussion on that. We'll have something tangible to actually probably act on next month. Sound good?
See.
Main Street appointment. We lost 2 good members. One of them sitting here. And also, yes. So we had 2 vacancies that the city and mayor both need to fill on their behalf. I actually already appointed Stacy Land on the mayor's behalf. She works for Harps on Main, board member. It's up to council to appoint whomever they choose on the board. There's been a recommendation of Evan Cox, correct? That's
That's the guy that come here last
He came
meeting.
here last week.
Yeah.
He's real active. He's been real active with this
Yeah.
group and he also has he's a metal worker, correct? He would like to serve on the board on city's behalf if you chose to do that. But either way, it's up to you guys to make a motion and appoint someone. So,
And do you know, I mean, I can get it from Yanez, I guess, but I didn't know if there was a term. Or,
I don't have the specific dates. I do not.
Term is 2 years.
There are 2
Yeah.
years, but yeah.
I didn't
And
know.
then you can choose.
She's
to
got a
have-
ledger going. It's hard to keep track of all that stuff, but yeah. So if council would like to do that.
So do renewable by one.
Yeah,
Mayor's appointment.
so there'll be 4.
The mayor's is already done. That happens just when I say that it happened, but I like to put it into the minutes that is what I did. Stacy Land on my behalf.
So. With Anna Cox
True.
as the council.
So Lisa made the motion to appoint Evan Cox on the Main Street Board on behalf of the city council.
I'll second it.
Second by Cliff. All those in favor? Man, so thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for all the work.
Yeah. On the shoot. You'll still be around. You'll still be around to help. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2026 Navy Bean dates. We're already planning next year. Right, so,
We want to give them the, save the date
Yeah.
yeah.
while they're here.
So it says September 17th and 18th next year. Is that right?
Yeah,
It
because,
should be later than that.
no, it's,
The catfish thing is always the week after Labor Day, the weekend
Yeah.
after Labor Day, so that on that, and they haven't changed that for however long it's been going.
yeah,
on.
so that's why we had to go a week later.
This next year will be a little bit later, but we're still ahead of everything else, and I think everybody agrees that. Our festival being in September is a lot more well received than it is later, because you're not the final one, people aren't tapped out, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So that's that date. Other important dates, Board of Works meeting, September 25th at 4 P.M. Good with you, right?
Going right into our budget.
Going right into our budget meeting at 5 P. We do need quorum on there for sure, so remember that one. And then our next council meeting will be October the 2nd at 6 P.M. I don't have any more miscellaneous items.
Just real quick.
I have a couple that-
September 2026.
I asked them to check it several times and they told me that was the correct date.
It seems like, I thought it would be more like the 20th, but let's look at a calendar.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got my.
I asked them to check it. I asked
Yeah, that's-
all three of them.
That's just Thursday, Friday.
Thursday, Friday,
Yeah.
so it
That's
should
wrong.
be the 18th and
Yeah.
19th, right?
So I asked, I had Yanez, I had Heather, I had
Yeah.
Amy, I had Mark. Check and be sure that those were
Yeah,
the
the
right
catfish will
dates.
be 12/13 and the Navy bean will be.
I know, that's why I kept saying, I said,
That's why it threw me off guard, because I looked at that this week too, and I was like, so let's strike that.
Today.
September 18 and 19 of 26.
well, they had it on here for 11 and 12. And I said, has anybody checked with, has anybody checked with the catfish people? Because I believe that is catfish. Because Paul set me down about 10 years ago and said it's the first weekend after Labor Day.
And it was funny because they sent a text out and the catfish people responded, it's the same as it's been for 20-something years. So
Labor Day, September the 7th.
this year.
So, yeah,
Anyway, we got that cleared.
It was the first. Yeah.
and
Good paying attention when you said.
yes,
Don't roll.
I'm glad, Lisa, because
You try. I was thinking that.
there was 3 of them.
12th and 7 days don't add up.
There was 3 of them.
Bless her.
I was just looking to see where that falls in the pay things, cause that, my other thing is they're sitting here.
They,
Always make it right after payday and not the second week when people's pockets are low.
that makes
Yeah.
sense too.
Good.
But we do have to work around that.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's like,
That's a good term.
it's like, Kendall said, you know, it's just really hard, especially in September, to find a date anymore because they're just packed in,
He's gonna,
so.
Todd just mentioned that the drone footage is really cool that Steve Sturt did, and he's gonna, you've got on him and I have to, he's gonna do some work in Navy beam for us.
Oh, right.
So is,
Kenny.
Kenny Jackson.
So
He's
we'll have
gonna
all
get
kinds of
them.
footage.
So he's gonna get us some.
Kenny's good for something.
Any more miscellaneous stuff?
I have the stuff you guys were talking about. I don't know. I guess Mike wants us to approve that sidewalk stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He,
Let's just put that in.
I mean, and
Yeah,
it
so,
was Nippenberg, right?
yeah, the backs, just to recap on that, that's the sidewalk on 262 from which the last street.
Yeah.
Is that going on the,
Elm?
Elm.
That's Elm to the bridge eight.
in front of Bob Carter's old house going out that way? to the
Yeah.
bridge?
Charlie Levi's,
The crosswalk and go
where
around.
there's never been a sidewalk on either side of the road.
kids out there.
Is
So,
there a light out there? Like a flashing yellow light or anything?
There is a caution light right across there by John Bailey's old place. But it's cool.
Yeah.
I meant out by the trailer court.
Not that I'm aware.
Cause the kids are gonna walk that sidewalk, going across that bridge, and then they gotta walk across to get to the trailer court.
we better get a grant for that one.
Well, we'll have to.
We'll get on that, but they're actually, the thing with this is kids since the dawn of time are using this path anyway.
Yeah, with no sidewalk.
With no sidewalk, so in the fog and in the morning, there's nowhere to go, so it's always, I always wondered why there was never a sidewalk from the corner to the bridge anyway, it's just
In
kind
the winter,
of.
they walk on the road.
I was gonna say,
so-
for years, they were picked up by the special bus. Because they used to pick my kids up.
So it's been, no,
So,
the city's concerned.
they did.
Hey, come on, that hurt.
Yeah,
And the school's been very concerned as well, and I agree, we
We
actually,
got hit by a motorcycle out there.
I remember that well,
Yeah.
remember that well,
So-
Wendell Sawyers.
So where'd it come from?
So they have, and Andy has had an emergency, so he didn't get back with me, but I can read. And I believe that we would be okay to take this from MVH restricted.
Oh, that's cool.
So, if not, I can take it from MVH restricted, or I could take it from EDC, there's 16.2 there, and then I could take like 8,500 out of Riverboat contractual. And that would cover it, but I figured it's more restricted, MVH restricted is more restricted money, so if he says he agrees with me, but it said, I think, it was in right away, cause I read the whole thing and I was like, I see nothing about sidewalks.
So we approved it, how long would they start?
The Board of Works, yeah, the Board of Works definitely gives it right, so, and now on that behalf, we give a favorable recommendation to this, but felt like council could make a final decision. Yeah, we would start right away, but it's realistically, it's state right away on a state road, and Mike's actually ran into a little bit more red tape that they need some more things from him. Even though he's been working on nonstop. We started this last fall, this spring, probably.
Spring, fall.
Was initially gonna try to apply for a grant. Didn't pan out for that, but irregardless for the amount that it is, I feel like we need to just go ahead and do it.
They're still gonna come up on the bridge.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna do a blister and then back on the bridge.
Correct. To state code, and that's it.
Are we going past the bridge any at all,
No.
like across that two lots there?
No, because there's plenty of apron there, so this feels like the need is from Elm Street to the apron. Downside of it.
I make a motion, we go ahead and do this, get it started, Ray, we find the money, wherever she decides. Okay.
Alright, so Todd's motion was to go ahead and approve funding for the mentioned sidewalk project.
Right?
Second by Lisa, all those in favor? We'll keep you posted on it in progress, but Mike did tell me the other day that ran into some It always is.
I
Yeah.
left the transfer on the copier
So we won't be
upstairs.
paying for this for a while, but it'll be spring, for sure.
Do you guys wanna do a transfer, or you want me to keep it till next month?
I can run get it, going to.
It's up to you.
It's up on the copier.
Look in the, we're
Good.
bonus office.
You guys can be looking at claims while we're doing that too. Hey, you guys. Want to introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah,
You don't mind?
Is Rita Newby?
I'm Thomas Abney, second newest hire.
Oh, I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah.
Good things.
We heard all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, good start. I just passed the academy, came out August 22nd. I've been with Ohio County since December 16th. I got a wife and 5 kids. We live on Blackberry Lane on top of Salem Ridge. She's a nurse, pediatric oncology nurse at Cincinnati Children's. All my kids go to the elementary school and one senior.
Great.
Wow, you're not busy.
Yeah, I'm always with soccer and cross country right now, so.
Yeah, we heard you gave some of the younger cadets a run for their money.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've heard that,
I did
yeah.
walk out top shot.
You're a fit
That-
guy, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
Old guy,
cool.
that's.
It's older guys.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Appreciate your service and thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
What's your first name again?
Nice to
It's
meet you
Tommy.
personally.
Tommy, whatever.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here
Yeah.
too.
Just hold on. I got a good shot here. Have you heard anything about the tornado alarm still being down out by, company? Yeah, yes. I had some people ask me, is that still down? What's that? The tornado alarm out by the dog shelter, it's still right in the town. Somebody said it was still down, I was gonna drive out tomorrow morning. and take a look. I'm shocked it's still down. You do? I'm gonna go take a look.
All right, this is a transfer. You want to explain what you got on there?
I've
Why?
just did a few transfers for, we're gonna have some riverboat legal expenses coming due soon.
Enjoy.
And so I wanted to go ahead and make sure that we had funds available transferred in. So I took 30,000 from Riverboat Council City Hall, which we had put a little extra in there because we didn't know if we'd have our kitchen done or not, and we did. So, and put that in Riverboat Council legal, and 50,000 from purchase of property to legal. Riverboat legal.
You guys have questions on the whys?
This one would be
Transfer resolution, what number?
11.
All right. Council choose to act on that.
Very good. I'll make a
Resolution,
motion, we adopt resolution 2025-11.
motion made by Cliff to adopt transfer resolution 2025-11.
Awesome.
Second by Lisa, all in favor? Unanimous, thanks. Appreciate it. You guys had a chance to look at the claims? I would ask, those definitely need to be approved. Anything from the public? The rest of the public's you, Mayonnaise. You got anything?
I don't have anything, no.
Okay,
Make a motion, we accept the claims as written.
motion by Todd to accept the monthly claims as written,
I'll second that.
second by Britt, all those in favor? Aye. Very unanimous, thank you. All right, no one has anything else, and I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
Make that.
Motion by Britt to adjourn the meeting,
Second.
second by Cliff, all those in,
Stay, I don't remember.
all those in favor,
Aye.
meeting adjourned. Thanks. See y'all this weekend, right?
It's nice to meet you.
You too.
Yes.
Thomas or Tommy?
I go by Tommy.
Alright.
It's kind of phases. When I was littler, it was Thomas. Now
Good.
Tommy. When I get older,
You're
you'll be
all
Tommy.
right,
Gotcha.
but.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
Bring your family down this weekend. You have to work.
Yeah, I work Saturday, but they'll be here. Yeah.
Cool.
See you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye,
See ya.
Stan,
Don't you want Amy's number?
Yeah, I need-
I'll get it from you later. No.
you can give it to me,
Yeah.
that's fine.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I need that.
yeah, it's big. We forgot to before.
Yeah.
This one.
Well, that, I'm thinking, who is that?
Hi, that's
Yeah.
nice round.
No, I don't want that. Just say, who are you? Why are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it's a blank window, and if you're not doing
Yeah.
anything with the
Put something
old
in.
mascot, stick him in the.
I think that's fine. And if you've got any other kind of, like, if you want an old cheerleader outfit, put on a mannequin or.
Whatever you wanna do, that would be fine.
But stop, have it stop by Friday and I'll let Mike know. I'm gonna be in a meeting most of the day tomorrow.
We gotta shut this down now,
Oh, dear.
yeah.
Just let it run, that was set.
Hold the cord.
Nothing.
How do
Oh, by the
shut
way,
this
if it
down?
was working, I meant to tell you that.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
fair.
did it after no, some, you know, when there's no motion for a while, because when she unplugged it, plugged it back in, it moved back.
Huh.
Had to weather.
That it goes die after time.
I've been on ice.
I mean, I just don't understand why there's no on off button.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's all kinds of buttons on it.
Tell it to quit, Brent.
Quit. Is there a switch on this cord on here? There's no switch on that cord?
Or like a
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.